the news of breaking updates of Siddharth Pithani's custody with the NCB. Now he's been remanded to judicial custody. Now this is coming at a time when sources earlier were telling from the NCB that they will not be seeking an extension in Siddharth Pithani's case before the magistrate, and he was to be taken to the court around noon, and we are looking at him being produced there, and the NCB did not seek for an extension of his custody. Now what we are getting to know that he has now been sent to judicial custody there. Many of the other people who were said to be associated in the case, especially related to the death of Sushant Singh Rajput, the summons there continue to be given to them by the NCB as it continues to look into the investigation. Siddharth Pithani there, who was taken from Hyderabad to Mumbai over the incident as far as drug case is concerned and a drug racket is concerned, that is being investigated on part of the NCB. They suspect a bigger role there by Siddharth Pithani in this suspected case of a drug racket. Now what we are getting to know that as far as his investigation is concerned, the NCB, which is probing the case, they had not sought for an extension of the custody of Siddharth Pithani, and for now he has been remanded to judicial custody. Going across to Yesha now. Yesha, now it was being said earlier that the NCB will not seek further extension of his custody, so now he's been given judicial custody.
That's right. So, like we had earlier mentioned, that Siddharth Pithani will not be given, NCB will not ask for custody of Siddharth Pithani, as a result of which now in the court he has been sent to a judicial custody, which means that going further Siddharth Pithani can also apply for a bail. Now in this case, what we understand is Siddharth Pithani was in the custody of NCB for approximately 7 to 8 days, and his questioning was done on the lines where there were several revelations that he made. He mentioned several names close to Sushant Singh Rajput, and we saw that there was summons issued to 3 people who were also questioned, and the statement was recorded by the NCB. That is Keshav, Neeraj, who were both the house help of Sushant Singh Rajput. Apart from that, it was Sahil Sagar also, who was the bodyguard as well as the driver of Sushant Singh Rajput, who was questioned for last 2 days, and his statement was also recorded. So now we see that, but going further, there will be several more people who will be questioned. There will be several more people who will be summoned, because it was important to have Siddharth Pithani's statement. It was the 35th arrest in this case, but it was important to have his statement because it was said that he was the one who was playing a major role in the larger drug nexus, and he was involved in a transaction of drugs. So it was because of Siddharth Pithani's questioning and statement that has been recorded with the NCB that several names have been revealed, and like he has made several revelations. So what we'll see going further is that there will be more names that will come up. There will be more people who will be summoned at the NCB. Because Siddharth Pithani, what we knew was the flatmate of Sushant Singh Rajput. He was close to Sushant Singh Rajput, and he was also the person who was present at the house of Sushant Singh Rajput the day he died. So in that case, whether there was any drug nexus or drug link that was involved in the entire angle will be known only further once the NCB goes on to question other people. Yes.
Alright, 14-day judicial custody. Siddharth Pithani has now been remanded. This is the NCB investigation that carries out, and the links that has also been drawn into the death, the case of Sushant Singh Rajput. Yesha, for the moment, thanks very much for joining in. Let's move on and get you the national COVID headlines.